Hello internet world, I'm David.
And I'm David.
And this is
Daves of Our Lives.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel.
When you've never grown up in a low-income neighborhood, when you've never grown up in a place that you actually had to really struggle to get things, then it's ridiculous to assume, hey, I come from an upper middle class background, and if I can get things easily, so can you.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because at the same time that they say this, they also say that they would never even go into like let's use the stereotypical city, Compton. Like you bring up Compton, they're like, oh, you would die there. But then at the same time, they try to tell you that, like, opportunity is equal everywhere. No, that's absolute bullshit.
Dude, that is one thing that fucking sucked ass about my sociology class, is just a whole bunch of people that, like, supposedly came from, like, places of adversity and went through their own problems and stuff like that. They think that, they don't understand that we're not trying to say that they didn't have a hard life.
Exactly.
But you don't realize that some of these things that you were just naturally born with actually help you out more than you think.
I'm sure everyone watching this completely agrees. I'm sure there are no white people who are going to comment on this video and talk about how we're reverse racist. I'm sure that's not going to happen.
I'm sure, because nobody will be watching.
Yeah, this is true. Oh man, speaking of oppression, let's talk about sexism, because that's everyone's favorite topic. Disclaimer, what we're about to talk about is not what we think is innate within male or female nature. It's the way that society has conditioned us.
Totally.
We understand this, like, completely.
And just solely based off society's conditioning, fuck women.
Seriously, dude. Okay, like, perfect example, like, a friend of ours bones some really attractive female, right? Who's also very intelligent, and she's gonna go to Harvard someday. You know, whatever.
Incidental stuff.
Yeah. So, like, that happens. We'll give that guy a high five. But when a female bones a really attractive dude, all of a sudden she's a whore and a slut. That's a horrible double standard.
And it's even worse if, like, fucking guys start getting weird about slutty girls. It doesn't even make any sense.
Right, when a guy's like, hey man, I want to bone as many attractive women as much as possible, but I don't want her to be a slut or anything.
Yeah.
Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, this fucking appeal of having, like, that virgin girl, it's kind of creepy.
It is.
If you just really care about the sex, then what's wrong with fucking slutty girls? Because I bet they're awesome.
Right? I mean, they have experience.
But I mean, I imagine. I don't know. I mean, I guess we can get some user feedback on that one.
Seriously, right in the comment section.
Are slutty girls better at sex? I mean, I would imagine so, because they get the practice.
Exactly, and practice is how you get good at anything.
The rule, like, if that's gonna go along with it, because I know there is people that, you know, if I take you to the nice seafood restaurant, then I better get pussy that night.
You get me, man.
If that rule is true, then that's another way that fucking rich guys have it better.
And that's another way that women are objectified too, because again, it's looking at them as a commodity. Yeah, like they're a commodity because you buy a dinner for them and you can stick your penis in them.
And that's why all women are hoes.
But you're not paying them, you're paying the restaurant.
But you're paying.
The Boondocks is a great television series. Just throwing that out there, you should watch it.
Going back to this thing about having a sense of humor about things, in some ways that's how comedians do have their fucking shit together.
Yeah. Like, they just won't take themselves too seriously, which is very, very important.
It's like Nietzsche said, convictions are greater enemies to truth than lies.
Nietzsche is a great philosopher. I love all the misconceptions about Nietzsche. Alright, you know, I'm going to use these seconds right now to actually clear up some misconceptions. Okay, whoever said Nietzsche was a Nazi is a special kind of dumb shit. He literally broke off relationships in his lifetime because people were anti-Semitic. Like, he did not like anti-Semitism.
Totally. Didn't somebody say something about him being racist also?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, granted, this was Germany in 1900, so that's not too far-fetched of a
Yeah, so it probably was, but I mean, some of the greatest historical figures have probably been racist.
Yep, which is no excuse. You should not advocate them as a whole, but at the same time.
But yeah, I mean, it was different times. I mean, basically, truth was kind of different back then.
I wouldn't go that far because racism is wrong regardless of what you're in.
But nobody was there to say anything negative about it.
Yeah, like you had to really go like 10 extra steps to realize how shitty racism is.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, actually no, people are still pretty racist nowadays.
Yeah. But there's a greater stigma attached to it now than there was then.
Word.
Like nobody would say anything to you for saying racist comments like a couple decades ago.
Yeah.
And even though I think that racism is a bigger issue, I feel like homophobia doesn't have that same
stigma
attached to it. Like people don't want to be racist, even though they are. The way they get around it was like, I'm not racist. But
I'm not racism, but blank people always fit this category. But hey, guys, I'm not racist. Some of my best friends are blank.
Yeah. That's definitely one thing that doesn't apply with homophobia, especially among guys.
Especially among guys,
you can fucking. I don't even think guys are offended by being called homophobes, really.
No, they'll just be like, yeah, because I don't like them queers. It's ridiculous.
And girls are pretty shitty about it too because they think like
all gay guys just want to do I don't know,
shopping
clothes or whatever.
And do my nails
and we can talk about boys.
Yeah, like really, that's fucking just as race. It's like the equivalent of somebody being like, "Oh man, I wish I had a black friend to play basketball with."
It is the same thing. Like,
yeah.
Like, gay people are people. They're not some factory-branded clothing machine, Like, they are human beings who have unique interests, personalities. This is Veronica.
Hi, guys.
She's my friend.
Where is this going?
We don't...
Internets?
On the interwebs. Say hi to the interwebs, Veronica.
Interwebs, hello. I love you.
Alright, get going.
Where are you going?
I need to pick up Alex.
I need to call Madison. She should probably put this on pause.
You know